Hi, it's Julien Barker from Spinal Health Centre here. We're here with Maddi. We've just been talking about sinuses and sinus pressure, and so yeah, a bit of a treat in store for you today in this episode. I'll run through, do the essential scan, and then run through cranials and jaw, and then there is a sinus adjustment. The indicator for sinus adjustment is I've got pressure and I'm all gunked up there. And so if they're saying that, you just do it. There is no specific test for it, but I'll talk you through that when we get there. Good. Cool. Good. Don't forget after this video to, do the subscribe, likey things. I'm just saying that now before I forget, because I do forget, like almost every single time. Okay. Now, good news is I actually adjusted Maddi a little bit recently, so should be fairly close to level. And the good news is we are, and I would definitely not be adjusting anybody cranial and sinuses if they had, or certainly more than half an inch, possibly quarter inch leg length, and you hadn't adjusted them. So in other words, don't do this the first time you meet somebody, because you can just set off a whole can of worms and they can have a big response reaction, and you definitely do not want that to happen. Okay. Knees, nothing. Alias ilium, I don't think we get any change there. PI ilium, definitely do get a lot of change there. Okay, and then just if you notice, I was actually just checking it, see if I could almost make it worse. Absolutely, when I do that, it actually goes into a possibility too, so yeah. Okay, so we're definitely on a right PI ilium, setting 4. The spine of the ischium is the first one. Sacrotuberous ligament, figured out by Logan all those years ago, and the iliac fossa, which is the one that normally makes them yelp if it's tender, which it often is. Okay, cool. Squeeze your knees together and let go. Okay, right hand up behind your back. Swap your hands. Both hands up behind your back together. Lumbars are clear, both back down. Right hand up by your face. And a little bit of change there on the L2. Just left hand up behind your back. That's okay. Both arms down by your sides. Lift the right hip up off the couch. Back down. So, same on the left. And back down. So just checking around the L2, it seems to be nothing, so I'll run through everything else, come back and recheck the L2, might be seeing things. So turn your head to the right, or to put it another way, don't sweat the small stuff. Unless it's a really obvious change, leave it alone. Lift the right shoulder off the couch, and back down. Shrug both shoulders up towards your ears, and back down. Squeeze the right elbow flat against your side, and let go. Like that. Squeeze the left elbow into your side and let go, and shrug your shoulders up and roll them back. Head back into the center. Massage therapists and people who work in offices use computer mouses, and around here we live in the country, so people that spend a lot of time milking cows, almost all of them will have a right medial scapula. Interestingly, if they milk cows and they're left-handed, they will still have a right medial scapula because of how the whole thing is set up. Same is true with computer mice. You can apparently buy left-handed computer mice, but I don't know where. But yeah, they do exist apparently. And I'm a left-hander, and yet if I use a mouse, it's going to be a right-handed mouse. So keyboards are right-handed. Lift up your head, back down. Tuck your chin down to your chest, back to centre, push face into the couch, and let go. And there is a very clear left occiput. Setting 1. I'm actually running along the trapezius fibers here, right in the middle of that. And unsetting one, do that. It can be, you know, quite lively and tender, and tends to come with a trapezius trigger point on the same side. So let's just go straight for that. Turn your head to the right. Tip the back of your head towards your left shoulder. Yeah, there you go. Head back into the centre. Yeah, there we go. That is a bit of a, that'll be nice. I'm just going to go down to setting 2 for that, because it's going to go right through you anyway, but yeah. Okay, just double check. So turn the head to the right, tip the back of your head towards your left shoulder, and the levator scapulae test, shrug your left shoulder up towards your left ear, and back down, head back into centre. Turn your head to the left, tip the back of your head towards your right shoulder. Not a bad idea to try both sides. Shrug right shoulder to right ear, and back down. Right side is good. Head back into centre. Did the medial scapula clear it before I got there? Good question. It's certainly not there when we get there. Okay, so right, before we get into sinuses, let's just check jaw stuff. So bite teeth, and let go. Open mouth nice and wide, and let go. Push lower jaw to the right, and let go. To the left, and let go. Push your bottom teeth over your top teeth. There you go. So right anterior jaw. Okay. And push the tip of your tongue to the back of the roof of your mouth, and let go. You might be able to see on the film there, actually, all of those things made Maddi's head move. It's really obvious. Some people would like to tell you, yes, I've done it, and like I just usually say after the first one, the back of your head's moving, I can see you doing it. Okay, so we got a right anterior jaw. Do that in a minute. But just before we go, let's just check temporals. Can have an anterior. So I'm just stressing that temporal forwards using my, probably feels to Maddi like a knitting needle finger, using my belly finger. What was that, stars and rice? Really want to see them fingers. Old TV program, there we go. No, that is all good. Okay, so let's just go straight for the sinus adjustment. We've got that right anterior jaw one. Sinus adjustment, you definitely need to go the other way around. So if you turn over onto your back, no falling off. Okay, so sinus adjustment is 4 points. It's here, and then mid-eyebrow. This one actually, for those that know acupuncture, is exactly the same spot as welcome fragrance, which is one of the extra points in acupuncture. Okay, so we'll do the jaw one first. Setting 1, I promise. It's on setting 1. Open mouth slightly. We go left side is right side here. Okay, and I find if you do the eyebrow one first, because it does feel quite clunky, even though it's on the low setting. So mid eyebrow. And in terms of pressure, there's a 2.2 pound load on there, and I'm literally just resting there and just holding the tool. So there's no more pressure, I'm not pushing at all. And finally, cool. A lot of people will say, you know, change immediately. If it's persistent, then you have to wonder about, you know, what's irritating it, what's going on. So good luck with that. Sometimes you just need to keep going until it clears. Good. See you next time.